Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at why they're scared to lose you. So, before we get into your pile selection, I want to give a quick shout out to my sponsor, Keen. So, this is how my best friend almost ruined my relationship. It started with a missed call from Emily on my boyfriend Kyle's phone at a weird time. Then I saw a missed call from Kyle on Emily's phone as well. I wondered why they'd call each other while I'm at work. My heart raced. I trust them, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. I felt uneasy about Emily before. A year ago, I noticed how she and Kyle seemed to click, sharing jokes and glances that made me uncomfortable. Once I even caught Emily smiling at a message from Kyle, and when I asked him about it, he said it was private. I just dismissed it as paranoia due to my trust issues, but the doubt lingered. The new incident made my old suspicions resurface. Kyle became more secretive, always on his phone, which was unusual for him, and Emily started cancelling plans last minute, which wasn't like her. Everything seemed off, and my anxiety grew. I confronted Kyle about the call, but he brushed it off as a mistake. But when I asked Emily, she said she didn't even remember calling at all. Their vague answers made me even more anxious. I needed to know the truth, so that's when I decided to consult with a tarot reader from Keen. I browsed Keen's website, searching for the right psychic for my situation. I found one specializing in relationship readings with great reviews. But it was her energy that caught my attention, so I decided to consult with her, hoping she could reveal the truth. I explained my fears and asked for clarity. As she began typing, I just felt a gnawing anxiety, fearing the truth I might hear. She told me the cards speak of betrayal, and my stomach dropped. Then she added, but they also speak of celebration, a union of hearts. Confused and frustrated, I asked, what does that mean? Her vagueness felt like torture. The truth lies in what you choose to see. The betrayal may not be what you think. Sometimes the heart sees what it fears, not what is real, she responded. I left the chat more confused than ever. Over the next few days, her words echoed in my mind, turning every interaction with Kyle and Emily into something sinister. The final straw came when I saw Kyle and Emily together at a coffee shop, speaking in hushed tones. They didn't see me, but I saw enough to confirm the worst. I left in tears. Back home, I felt broken. How could they betray me? But as I paced around, the tarot reader's words returned to me. Celebration? Union of hearts? Could there be another explanation? The next day, I decided to confront them. I know something's going on, I blurted out. Just tell me the truth. Kyle and Emily exchanged a glance, then smiled. We were going to tell you tonight, Emily said softly. Tell me what? I demanded. Kyle pulled out a small velvet box. We've been planning a special anniversary surprise for you. Our 3-year anniversary is next month. Emily helped me because you trust her taste more than mine. My mind reeled as everything fell into place. The strange calls, the secret meetings, the cryptic conversations. It was all for me. I felt a flood of relief and guilt. The tarot reader's words made sense now. The betrayal was actually my own mistrust, twisted by my fears. I hugged them both, tears streaming down my face as the weight of doubt lifted. They've been planning something beautiful for me, not against me. So I realized that sometimes trust means choosing to see love, even when fear blinds you. I hope you enjoyed that little nugget of my personal life, and if you've had thoughts about something you need clarity on, Keen connects you with talented psychics, tarot readers, and astrologers, available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can get a reading whenever it suits you. Just create an account and you'll be able to choose from the hundreds of readers who are online right now. Each reader has unique gifts and specialties, so whether you need insights on love, career, or life in general, they can provide deeper understanding and guidance. Choose whichever reader best suits you, and you'll be able to connect with them via phone call or text chat. It's always best to get a personal psychic reading if you'd like more accurate information on your situation, because it is directed only to your energies. Now, here's your chance to get a personalized reading from Keen. As a new customer on Keen, you can try your first 5 minutes for only $1. Go to trykeen.com/psychic-siren-tarot or click the link in my description box below to receive a discount on your first reading. Thank you, Keen, for bringing this partnership opportunity and for sponsoring today's video. That's trykeen.com/psychic-siren-tarot or click the link in my description box below to get your own personalized reading today at a huge discount. So getting back to your pile selection, for pile number 1 we have Amazonite, for pile number 2 we have Rose Quartz, and for pile number 3 we have Specula Hematite. I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile, pick whichever one you are most drawn to. So hopefully by now you have picked a pile for yourself. If not, you can pause the video. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. If you chose this Amazonite crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at why they're scared to lose you for the person on your mind. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. However, if you do find yourself resonating with these messages, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please find my email address in the description box below. So your card is the Scribe. Let's go ahead and shuffle your cards. I think for today, we're going to use a mixture of tarot and oracle cards. Okay, so why they're scared to lose pile number 1, please. The person on their mind, spirit guides of pile 1, why are they scared to lose pile number 1? So we have desire. We have abundance. We have the Four of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so at the back of the deck, we do have the King of Swords. So let me just analyze this for a second and I'll tell you exactly what I see here. Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing with the Scribe, so I'm using my clairvoyance, my psychic abilities with the cards just for extra context. Spirit is showing me that this person is scared of losing you in a way where you take note of everything they have done right and wrong. So what the Scribe is reminding me of is, when you're in a relationship with somebody or you're friends with somebody, and there are many things they do right, but there are also many things they do wrong. And you get to a point where you're kind of fed up and you start writing a list of all their pros and cons. You start writing a list of everything they've done right and wrong to kind of look at it from a more logical sense of, do I really want to be around this person? So this person is scared of you doing this, of you keeping record of everything they've done wrong or right in the connection. And they're scared of losing you through the many things they know they haven't exactly done right. I hope that makes sense. They're scared of you taking note of that. So I don't know if you actually do or not, but this is what they're scared of. They're scared of losing you like this. From this person's perspective, they are trying to be a better version of themselves. They are trying to grow as a person. But from this person's perspective, this may not be your perspective, so don't shoot the messenger. They feel as though they are jumping through hoops, trying to please you, trying to be the perfect person for you. Perfect with air quotation quotes. That's kind of what I'm seeing from this person's perspective. Well, from your perspective, I don't know what you feel, but I'm reading their energy. Keep that in mind. And maybe some of you might listen to this and be like, I'm not even asking for that much. So, yeah, that's what I get here. With the scribe, this can also reference the Akashic records. That's what this card represents. So, I do think you and this person do have a past life connection together. And there is a lot of history here between the two of you. That they're scared of losing you and scared of losing all the work they've done on this connection, all the work they've put into this connection, if that makes sense, and all the time and effort they've spent with you, just that going down the drain, if that makes sense. So they're scared of doing something wrong by accident and losing you, and then you kind of being like, enough is enough. So that's what I see with that first card. With the desire card, I'm seeing a link up to this card where this person truly desires to be a better version of themselves. They truly desire to, grow with you and become better versions of yourself together. There are certain things they desire within the connection, within the future you two may have together that they want to happen. Like, for example, I'm seeing maybe you two have a beautiful home together, things like that. There's certain things they desire for the future of your connection, and they fear losing that desire, that desire doesn't actually come true, that future you have together that they want with you doesn't actually happen. This card is reminding me of Scorpio and Capricorn energy, so this could be your or their sign, but I will mention more signs. There's also strong air sign energy in this pile with Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, but especially Gemini. This person is also scared of losing you because they feel as though you are so similar to them. You just get them. You and them have such the strong mental connection and communication together. You understand them in a way nobody else has from this higher perspective. And they're scared of losing that because they haven't been able to have that in any other relationship. And that's exactly what they want here. Though, what I will say is, this person is a little bit intimidated by you. And hear me out here. So, I feel like you're somebody that speaks your truth. And yes, you may notice and appreciate when this person does right things for the connection and shows up as their best self, but you also call them out on their BS when they're doing something wrong, when they're doing something that's not acceptable. And I will be honest, from this person's perspective, at first it was a little bit annoying, but then they started to see that, if this person, pile number one, truly cares about me, they will speak up for themselves. If I do something that hurts them, they will speak up for themselves. If I'm not showing up as my best self, they will speak up because they care about me. They want the best for me. I'd have to worry if they're not complaining. I'd have to worry if they're not, speaking up about these things because that means they don't care. So I think this person changed their perspective on it recently and is beginning to love this trait you have, this Queen of Swords energy. So they're scared of losing you as well because they know that you may push them into becoming a better person. I'm seeing the Mean Girls scene when the teacher says, I'm a pusher, Katie, I'm a pusher. I push people, something like that. So it's like you push people to become a better version of themselves. And you hold people accountable. And this person's scared of losing you in a way where they know that if they had somebody else by their side, that person wouldn't push them to become a better version of themselves. They'd probably get comfortable and just stay stagnant within who they are as a person. But with you, there's always growth. And so I think this person's afraid of losing you and losing that kind of growth you can have together in this connection because this person wants to grow with you. This person wants to become better versions of themselves with you. And same with you. You want to grow into a better version of yourself too. I see that you've been on a very intense healing journey. And you are also very wise. So I think for you, if you leave this person, they know that because you're wise, there would be a reason for it. You wouldn't just leave for no reason. Do you get what I mean? So I think this person's scared of making a mistake. They feel fully vulnerable with you. And I do think that that thing of scared of making a mistake keeps coming up for me as I'm in this person's energy, where they know that if they do something wrong, you will leave. You do have the self-respect. So, and like I said before, you wouldn't just leave for no reason. So they fear doing something like a mistake that, not just one mistake, but maybe many mistakes that build up and lead to a frustration on your part and lead to you leaving for that kind of reason. And they want to hold on to this connection so much that it hurts, in the sense of fearing losing you. It hurts to hold on to you when they're scared of losing you. What does that mean, Spirit? It's 11:11 on the clock. What does that mean? I think this person has an abandonment wound. So when that fear arises, it's like they cling onto you, and that clinginess hurts them inside, because it's like, I hope you don't leave me. I hope you're honest with me, where you're telling me the truth in a sense where, let's say you tell this person, I'm not going to leave you. They're hoping you're actually telling the truth. What is this abundance card and Four of Pentacles about, Spirit? Now, the thing that's a little bit of a red flag to me, I was a bit taken back by these cards, because when I think of losing somebody, I don't fear of losing the things we have in terms of finances. But if I could look into this in a way that provides context, maybe for some of you, you're married, you live together, you have a house together, and they're scared of losing that house, if you leave them. If it's not the case, then maybe you make a lot of money and they're scared of losing their lifestyle, which to me is a little bit of a red flag, because, if you love somebody, you're scared of losing the person, not the things you have, which, again, red flag. That's what I'm seeing. So I'm going to be honest here, because I wanted to get confirmation from Spirit if what I thought was true, my initial reaction to this card, and Spirit is saying yes. So I don't know if you make most of the money in this connection or what the situation is, but they're scared of losing money if they lose you. Don't know what that has to do with. Could be different for all of you, but that's what I see. There is also strong earth sign energy. I did already mention Capricorn, but I also see Taurus and Virgo. And this person also feels lucky to be with you, so they're scared of losing that too. They're also scared of you becoming angry with them. So I think, again, this person's a little bit intimidated by your anger, because usually you try to be very soft with them, but I think when it comes to a point where you've said what you've said and no change is made, then the wrath comes. Then the annoyance comes. Then the fights come. So I think this person is scared of you becoming angry with them and just leaving with everything you own together. Like, for example, how I said with, they desire to have a house with you. Maybe this is a future energy. Let's say you have a house in the future and you go and take all the furniture in the house. It's like they're scared of it becoming messy. So that's what I see there. They're scared of you no longer being gentle with them and becoming harsh and cold with them. But they know there would be a reason behind why you would do that. So they wouldn't blame you per se, but they're scared of your anger. So now I'm going to take a look at your oracle cards. For some of you that have been in on and off relationships or are in a separation with this person or no contact, they're scared that they don't actually get back together with you, that this is like losing you forever. So I'm picking up on that energy for some of you where it's like maybe you've broken up a few times already, but they're scared of losing you for good now. So we have Portal with doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. With this being on top of the scribe card, this person realizes that they're the one that makes all the decisions. They're the one that has all these shots. Is that the right um wording to use? Because that's kind of what I'm hearing in my mind. Like, they know that all the decisions they make contribute to whether they lose you or not. So they get the choice to decide if they want to be a better version of themselves to really keep you in their life. But I'm hearing in my mind from this person's perspective, it's not that easy. And now I'm seeing the angel number 444. I do think that sometimes this person does go into self-sabotage mode as a way of protecting themselves because of some kind of belief from the past. Why did I say path? Maybe they believe that they're not meant to have love on their path. Maybe there's beliefs of like I'm unworthy of love or everybody leaves. I mentioned an abandonment wound. Whatever it is stopping them from becoming their best self, and they know that. Or they are going to become aware of that. Okay? They know that with you, doors will open to a wonderful, beautiful love between the two of you, whether this is platonic or romantic. And they know that, maybe if you were to lose each other, they would have an opportunity to find somebody new, but it would just not be the same. And there would be a sense of regret here, like, I know I had all the choices to become a better version of myself, then I'd get all the rewards I desire within this connection. I'd get everything I desire within this connection, but what if I do something wrong and we don't make it to the finish line? That's what I'm hearing. We also have Fall into My Arms with surrender holding the opposite extremes of life. This person falls into certain extremes where they struggle to find balance and they don't know why. They struggle to stay consistent and they don't know why, but I feel this has to do with their childhood trauma because as I'm looking at this woman carry the baby, it's reminding me of the inner child. I do also think that you nurture this person whenever they're sad. They always have a shoulder to cry on. They always have somebody they can be vulnerable with and share their emotions with. And they don't feel comfortable doing that with anybody else. So they're scared of losing you. They're scared of losing that kind of love you have together where you two can just be open with each other and vulnerable about anything, about, your bad day, whatever it was. Um, they're scared of losing that support you have because they know you support them with everything they want to do, with all the decisions they want to make as well. And it also feels like your love is quite healing to this person's inner child, the way you nurture this person. So I think that's a subconscious fear. We have the cosmic heart with devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. This person is scared of losing their heart and their sanity, is what I'm hearing. If they were to lose you, they feel as though they'd lose their mind, they'd lose their sanity. That's just what I'm hearing. They feel as though if they were to lose you, they would also become cold and not want love anymore. And they're also afraid of losing a person like you because they know you have such a good and pure heart and they know you've always moved with good intentions towards them. You've always devoted yourself to this person and gave to this person so much. So they're scared of losing you because they know that is so rare to find. I'm also hearing you're very loyal, where it's rare to find loyal people like you. We have the seven star sisters with birth and creation's tapestry of life and expression. They also feel like they can be their full self with you. They feel like, let's say you're in a relationship together, they feel like you're their best friend. They feel like they can hang out with you and their other friends, and it's always a good time. Let's say you are friends, you're part of the friendship group, and that friendship group would become weird and awkward. I'm seeing an energy about friendship groups, okay? But there's also something about them knowing that they get to create something with you. I don't know what that means. Does that reference children? Maybe they desire to have children in the future, or you two already have children. But I'm also getting career wise, like maybe you push this person to become a better version of themselves. You push them to go towards things they actually want to do that they may fear doing. And they just know with you, they'd really succeed within their career and kind of get the rewards they want in life. Because, like I said, you push them to become a better version. And here we have confirmation, the great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. So they're scared of things becoming messy and you two becoming angry at each other and the whole group of friends or family just severing in some way. Like the group of people around you that you hang out with every day or regularly. Like they're scared this turns from love to anger and conflict and just bad energies between the two of you and constant fights, and we can't be around each other unless we argue, you know? You've really made this person feel as though they can open up their heart to love. And again, it feels as though if you were to leave, they're scared they become an angry or bitter person and that they never want to open their hearts up to love again, because it feels like to them they don't want to do it all over again. Like I said, you two have a lot of history together. You've built a lot in this relationship where they don't want to lose that and start all over again. But also, not just that, they don't want anybody else but you, because they know that nobody else would be able to give them the type of love they desire like they get with you. So that's what I want to say here. We do have the Cosmic Ancestor card at the back of the deck, so this may be your ancestors or their ancestors, or both, coming through giving these messages. With Seed the Light by staying grounded in Seed the Light by staying grounded in this card, it kind of makes me feel like this person tries to ground and tries to not let their fear of losing you actually come into this behavior of self-sabotage. I hope that makes sense. Like they're trying to ground their anxiety. They're trying to not let this fear actually come true. So this is what I have for you. I guess the only red flag we saw was that abundance energy, but yeah, this is why they fear losing you. I guess the rest of the things were kind of cute. Um, but yeah, this is what I have. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my Palamba If you chose this rose quartz crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at why they're scared to lose you for the person on your mind. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you find yourself resonating with these messages, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can find my email address in the description box below. So your card is the Six of Swords. Let's go ahead and shuffle the rest of your cards. In this reading, we're going to use a mixture of tarot and oracle cards. Okay, so I'm hearing the song by Lana Del Rey called Yayo. It's 11:33 on the clock as I say this. And I'm hearing the specific lines of, I need you like a baby when I hold you. And it goes on and says, like a druggie, I told you. So maybe this person is quite addicted to you in some way, can't imagine their life without you, and part of them feels like they need you. What I'm also seeing now is a fish out of water. They feel like they truly belong with you. Like a fish belongs in the water, it can't survive out of the water. So maybe there's something about this person being dependent on you for something. It doesn't have to be, but it could be for some of you. Like maybe they're dependent on you financially, or they're dependent on you in some way. Like maybe you know how to do the household things that they don't know how to do. Maybe they're dependent on you emotionally, physically. Maybe you two live together and it would just become a whole thing of I don't have a place to stay now. Or if it's not dependent on you in that way, it's like I just need you. I wouldn't be able to live without you. That's what I see with the fish out of water. And I was shuffling the deck and we have destiny at the back of the deck. So I think this person believes they're destined to be with you, that you're the only one they're meant to be with. And so they feel as though if they were to lose you, there isn't anybody else but you that they'd want to be with, you know? There isn't anybody else that it makes sense to be with like you. Whether this be platonic or romantic, they just believe that you're meant to be together, your soulmates, whatever it is, that's what they believe. And they're also most of all, they're scared of things changing in your relationship and, you know, you two losing your friendship. So this card wants to come out destiny. They're scared of you losing your friendship, things changing in your connection for the worst. And I don't know, I'm just seeing something like that. Okay, we have the hero. We also have heaven and earth. Didn't Lana Del Rey have a song that was like heaven is on earth with you or something like that? Cool that you came up. Body and mind. And then we have the 9 of Wands at the back of the deck. So this person feels as though you saved their life with the hero. I'm getting a triggering message, so I'm going to say trigger warning. I believe for some of you, not all of you, this person was, trigger warning again, thinking of not wanting to be on this earth, if I could put that lightly, anymore before they had met you or started this connection with you. They very much felt like, what is the point of living? So I think this person may have had thoughts around suicide before they had met you and felt as though you saved their life in some way. For some of you, it's like maybe they were stuck in a bad habit and you saved their life, or maybe you saved them in a way by helping them change something about their life and make it better. Maybe it's not something so deep for others of you if you don't relate to that, but maybe it's something like, you know, you help this person change their life around, become a better version of themselves. And I do think that this person has a duality to them. So they're not exactly perfect or innocent, they know that. And they do have certain things they regret doing within their life, and with you it just feels like I want to become a better version of myself. That also came up in pile 1 if you were drawn, but it is a different energy here. So I'm also seeing a teddy bear clairvoyantly. This person finds you so cute and adorable and finds you to be so comforting to them. And I feel like I'm hearing this person doesn't want to lose their best friend. They consider you their best friend, their favorite person. You just brought so much hope into their life when they met you. Things just made sense, things just clicked. And they don't feel like they've met anybody else like you. And they don't feel like that's easy to come across, where you just click with a person, where a person just brings you so much hope, where things just feel right between the two of you. For some of you, this could have been an age gap relationship, or you could have an age gap. I'm just seeing something like that. Um, where maybe one of you makes the other person feel young, one of you makes the other person feel more mature. That's just for some of you, not all. But yeah, you bring hope to this person's life. Like every day I wake up and I'm happy to live my life because you're my life. And it just feels like, what's the point of going through this thing called life without you? You and this person also have a soul contract together that is not yet completed or done. So I think this is their highest self I'm tapping into now for this part of the reading, where their highest self is scared that you two break things off before you fulfill the soul contract. What is the soul contract here? Tell me more, Spirit. And I just saw the angel number 555, so maybe part of the soul contract is you're meant to bring change into each other's lives for the better. Help each other transform in a way with the snake and the egg rebirth. Help each other reach your purpose, your destiny. So it's like you're kind of leading each other to your north node, to your destiny, to your purpose, what you're meant to both be doing in this lifetime. Maybe you are also here in each other's lives to save each other when you're both in trouble, or when one of you is in trouble in some way, shape, or form. Save the person from doing things that they would regret. I don't know what that means, but I'm hearing it. Maybe you two will influence each other to become healthier mentally, physically, spiritually. And it just feels like heaven on earth with you. That's the perspective they have. But what is the soul contract? Tell me more. I see trees on this card and it's really sticking out to me. So maybe something about growth. You're meant to help each other grow. You're meant to build a stable foundation together, a stable connection that grows regardless of any challenges that come your way, and grow through the challenges, learn from the challenges in your connection. You're meant to make things clear for each other, help each other see things clearly in a way. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know what that means. Maybe, for example, let's say this person makes a bad decision, you make them see clearly that, that's not the right decision to make. That's just an example, but something about that's coming through. There's also something to do with your soul contract and purpose being interlinked. So it feels like it's not that you won't fully reach your purpose without this person. That's not what I'm saying, but it feels like together you're a stronger unit, if that makes sense. And I think this person's human self is scared of losing you due to the challenges that are in your connection, because it feels like things are going pretty well in your connection, but I will say this person is quite codependent with you. Um, I do sense that a sense of codependency, or maybe both of you are with each other, but I think this person knows that they haven't done anything bad to hurt you or anything like that, or for you to leave them. But I think they're scared of challenges breaking you apart, of it becoming too hard, or the struggles kind of breaking you two apart. So, for example, let's say maybe you have financial struggles together, or maybe you are both struggling to communicate, or maybe you both have challenges going on in outside areas of life that kind of influence your connection. Whatever it is, it's like we haven't hurt each other, we haven't done anything that would make the other person leave, but they're scared that the challenges become too much, where it just becomes too hard for you to stay. I'm hearing please don't leave me, and I want to give you my heart. I see this person wanting to be more romantic with you. For some of you, this person has never been much of a romantic person, but I see them wanting to bring that side out of them for you, so that you can feel special within this connection, so that you can feel truly like they're giving to you in a way. They also feel as though you two know so many things about each other. so many secrets about each other that I don't know why they would be afraid of this, but I don't think you would do this. And I don't think this person thinks you would do this per se, but maybe this has been done to this person before. So let me explain what I see. You two know so much about each other, so much of your secrets that maybe they're afraid you would expose their secrets or expose things they said to you in a place of vulnerability, expose it to the world or your friends if you two were to break up or split up, whether this be platonic or romantic. And they're afraid you kind of like air out their whole business to the world, things they only shared in confidence with you, things they trusted you with. So it's not that you would do that per se, but I think maybe this has been done to this person where maybe they've told someone something in confidence and they went and told the whole world. So, yeah, that's what I see. Don't take that message personal because I don't think this person thinks you're that type of person, but just has that fear. This relationship feels very cosmic and beautiful and light and airy, and yeah, there's just something about you that they can't put their finger on, but it just feels right, like I said before. They're also afraid of going back to their old ways of living before they had met you. Where maybe for some of you, maybe this person wasn't healthy mentally or physically. Maybe for others of you, this person just wasn't the best version, wasn't showing up as the best version of themselves, or partaking in certain bad habits that were destroying their life, or I don't know what it is, but it's like they're afraid of going back to the version of themselves they once were, the old version of themselves, if you two were to split up. And they're afraid that all this growth you've done together kind of just goes down the drain and that they become very depressed and mentally unwell. Because I do feel like this person somehow just feels like they can't live without you. So, you know, I don't think it's coming from a manipulative place where, let's say, you were to break up with this person, they'd be like, don't leave, I'd be depressed without you. But it almost feels like this person just feels that, if that makes sense. And again, I keep picking up that we're stronger together. We can make it together. We can make it through these challenges together. Please don't give up on me. So I see this person wanting to say that to you. Let's go ahead and pull your oracle cards now. But even with the third eye here, it's like this deep internal knowing of, I'm meant to be with you. I can't explain it with proof, but I know I'm meant to be with you. I know this is something we're meant to do together. I'm even hearing we can change the world together. So there is definitely something to do with purpose, destiny. This person is also very protective of you, where if you were to split up in any way whatsoever, they would want to stay on good terms with you. And they're afraid of it not being on good terms, but they would want to stay on good terms with you, and they would be protective over you, where let's say somebody talks bad about you after you split up, they would protect you, they would defend you even if you're not together, even if you're not friends. So I see an energy like that. And I think this person's scared of people taking sides, like outside people, like family, taking sides with one person over the other, because, like I said, this person doesn't want things to end on a bad note, if that makes sense. If things were to end and you two are, for example, in a relationship, they'd still want to be friends with you. Or if you two are friends, maybe they'd still want to stay in touch with you, but not hang out as much if you needed your space. That's kind of the vibe I feel. Like they wouldn't want to lose you completely. And they don't want to lose you ever, but if it had to be that way, they wouldn't want to lose you completely and like you two just become strangers to each other, where you walk past each other and never say anything. And that's what I'm seeing visually. So we have loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. So maybe this person was dealing with addictions for some of you before they had met you, because I did feel that energy kind of sort of, or maybe they just feel like they're addicted to you, like they're dependent on you and they can't bear to have you go. We have cracked open, rock bottom, surrendered to the alchemy of life. I'm hearing my life just got a whole lot better with you. I just can't imagine it without you. We have activated earth with power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. We have a new earth, but I did this with it when I pulled it out. So this is kind of an energy that's hidden. Um, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. And this kind of confirms what we said earlier. And we have Earth School with life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. You make them feel like things aren't as hard with you. Although you two have challenges you experience together, life isn't as hard with you. Like life is easier with you. Life is more freeing with you. Every day I wake up and I have a reason to look forward to, living, if that makes sense. I keep feeling that energy. So yeah, I do feel with life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning, this is the card that kind of represents what we spoke about before, where maybe you two are learning certain lessons together to help your souls grow. And it's not always easy, but I think this person feels they've learned a lot with you and they're afraid they go backwards, like I said before, because this person's falling down and it's reminding me of descending back into an old version of self. With a new earth, it's like you've completely transformed and changed my life. And I want to transform and change yours in the best way. Um, I also want us to have the future that I envision. So I see them thinking that in their mind of why they're scared to lose you. Like, I want this future I envision for the both of us. And if that doesn't happen, it just doesn't feel right. And it feels like I'm led to you, but I don't know why. It feels like there's this magnet pulling me towards you. Excuse my voice there, I don't know what it did. There's this magnet pulling me towards you and I can't stop it. And they feel like they'd hit rock bottom if they weren't with you anymore. I mean, you can see it right here. They feel like they wouldn't be able to let you go. They would think about you even years later. They wouldn't be able to move on. And they also are scared they go back into old coping mechanisms that were harmful for them or self-destructive. And I think they're also scared. I think this is their higher self coming through again. Of it feels like you two are meant to activate certain things within each other, help each other grow, like I said before. And if that doesn't happen, it could affect the way the future goes. So that's what their higher self is afraid of. Is there anything else before we end off, Spirit? I'm hearing the song I Wish You Roses by clairaudience, so that completely confirms what I said now, because in the song she basically wishes someone well after leaving a person, and it's 11:55 on the clock now, and says I wish you roses and all those things. So listen to that song if you feel called, but it feels like they wouldn't want to end on a bad note, like I said before. So I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number threes. If you chose the Specula Hematite crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at why they're scared of losing you for the person on your mind. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you find yourself resonating with these messages, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please find my email address in the description box below. So your card is the Five of Wands. Let's go ahead and shuffle your cards. We're going to use a mixture of tarot and oracle cards. Okay, so spirit guides of pile number 3. Spirit guides of pile number 3. Why is this person scared of losing pile number 3? The person on their mind. I feel heartbreak in my heart chakra, so they're afraid of you breaking their heart or breaking your heart. Or just both of you being heartbroken over things ending. We do have the Seven of Wands, and I'm hearing blocked, so they're scared of like you two breaking up and having a big fight like we see here with the Five of Wands. You two maybe saying things you don't mean, and essentially heartbreak. Oh my gosh, Three of Swords wanted to come out because I kind of just did this with the deck. And what are the odds that the Three of Swords is here when I felt heartbreak in my heart chakra? So we're gonna add this. Why are they afraid of losing pile number 3? We have faith and we have knowledge. At the back of the deck, I just need to do this because there is nudity. We have integrity. Okay. Okay, so I don't think this is for everybody, but some of you have already broken up with this person or ended things with this person. But maybe they believe that, they can kind of make as if they have changed in a way, because I felt a narcissistic energy, but I don't feel like it's for everybody in this pile. And of course I can't diagnose anybody, but I know what energies feel like. So I felt that for some in this pile where maybe you were in a connection with a narcissist or in a friendship with a narcissist, and this person kind of pulled on your heartstrings. I see cheating or infidelity involved just intuitively, and for those people, not everybody. And I see this energy of you. Yeah, maybe you've already blocked them. Maybe you had a big fight with them. Um, Maybe for some of you, I'm seeing a situation where like maybe a man cheated and you had brothers that fought with him. There's just something about fights here. Or maybe for others of you, this person's scared of like you cheating. For example, like let's say you're a woman and you cheat with another man and then he has to fight that man. Or if you're a woman, if you're a man and you're with a woman, vice versa, then you'd have to fight. Well, then she'd have to fight the woman. And if this is a same-sex connection, like you two just getting into a big fight or fighting the other person, like maybe they're afraid of you cheating on them if you haven't broken up with a narcissist. So take it as it resonates. But for those that relate to the narcissistic energy, I'm just going to explain it quickly, then move on to the other messages, because I don't want it to take up the whole reading, because that's not the full energy I feel. It's just one part of the energy I felt, a small amount for some people. So, with the cats here, I kind of feel like this person valued their own independence and freedom, and they like being free to do what they want. But somehow you didn't allow them to do what they perceived they wanted to do. And it feels like you found some sort of evidence against them to show that they were not either completely loyal or trustworthy or something like that. And since you had learned that knowledge, you called them out on their BS and you no longer allow them back into your life with the Seven of Wands. You have a guard up. So they're afraid that they're never going to be able to get a chance to come back into your life, that they're never going to be able to get a chance to, persuade you again, because maybe now you're aware of what's going on. You have the knowledge where you won't be manipulated. You won't be kind of just like, yeah, manipulated. So that's where I'm going to leave that energy. I don't want to focus too much on it because it is also triggering for me. other energies here if you don't resonate with that. They're afraid of infidelity, cheating, um, you know, or just one person not trusting the other person and accusing the other person of cheating if there hasn't been. Okay. For some of you, I'm getting a situation where maybe your friends don't like this person, if you're dating this person, for example, and they're afraid of your friends like making up stuff about them cheating or something like that, where it's not true. I don't know if it's true or not, but like that's just their perspective. Um, or just like you two not trusting each other and it leading to a breakup or heartbreak. They're afraid of you losing a sense of attraction towards them and going to find that elsewhere. I don't think they think you would be the type of person to do that, but maybe it's just a fear of theirs, especially if they have already had that happen to them in the past, like a person getting bored of them and moving on to the other person, moving on to the next person. And you can even take that how it resonates within platonic connections. Like, let's say this is a best friend, maybe they're afraid of you losing them, and I mean, getting bored of them, and then finding somebody new and replacing them. So I see something about being scared of being replaced, okay? They're afraid of also trusting and then finding out they couldn't trust the person. So I think they're afraid of like betrayals and infidelity and cheating or lies, things like that, you know. Um, Again, not that they think you do that, because I think you are a person with integrity and they do have faith in you, but they're just afraid of that happening. They're also afraid of losing you in a way where maybe they take too long or it's too slow. Like they're taking it too slow with you and then you get fed up and leave. Because maybe there's somebody that takes it slow within their relationships. They're also afraid of something about ganging up. Like, you can take this how it resonates to you and your situation, but let's say you're friends with this person and you're in a whole friendship group and everybody gangs up on this person and accuses them of something, or yeah, I feel like this person's very paranoid about things that aren't even real. But yeah, they're kind of afraid of people ganging up on them and then making them seem like they're the only one that did something to affect this connection. Or even in terms of romantic connections, it could be like that, like all your friends gang up on this person, whatever it is, something about that's coming through. They're afraid of you believing another person over them and losing you that way. And they're also afraid of finding out things about you later on that they didn't know before. That would be kind of putting you in this place of like hurting them, if that makes sense, which I don't think you do, but I feel like this person is very paranoid about the worst case scenarios that aren't even truly happening in the moment. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe they just have trust issues. Maybe they have been cheated on. Maybe they have been betrayed or lied to or had fake friends. Whatever it is, like, they're just very paranoid about things that aren't even happening. Because, like, pile number 1 and 2 was very different. This is like worst case scenarios that are coming through in this person's fears. They're afraid of you saying to this person, "You're dead to me. I never want to speak to you again. Don't ever call me again. Don't ever text me again." They're afraid of things getting like so bad and heated between the two of you that you never speak again, that you're constantly like avoiding each other, constantly blocking. Well, not constantly blocking, but blocking each other on every app. It just feels like worst case scenario, like I said before. They're scared that their fears are actually a gut feeling, but I don't think it's a gut feeling. It's just a paranoia, a fear. You know, when you have a fear of like, is this person doing something behind my back? But then it's not even that person doing anything, but it's just a fear. I'm picking up on an energy like that. I don't know if this person is ever accused you of things you haven't done, or just hasn't trusted you even when you, in certain moments, because I do feel like they do trust you and have faith in you and your character and your values, but I feel like in certain moments their trust falters, if that makes sense, when those fears arise, when that paranoia arises, and it feels like it's their fear speaking to them, making these things real inside their head, but it's not even real, if that makes sense. Maybe for some of you, both of you struggle to trust each other. Maybe both of you have trust issues for some of you. Maybe they're afraid of these trust issues breaking you two apart. Something about couple counseling not working for someone here. Let's get your oracle cards. I think I already said that, but I forgot. Okay. So we have deep cellular healing with Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Oh my gosh. Arcturus energy. So this is taking me back to something that happened last night. Long story short, I was in bed, and at night my psychic abilities are very open, and just in the morning when I wake up, there is scientific reasoning behind that, because something about like the theta state, whatever state, I don't even know how to describe it, but yeah. Anyways, I think I had an Arcturian being contact me last night, but I was too scared to interact with it, because for me, like, sometimes I do have beings contact me, but then I kind of get too scared to talk to them because I don't know if I can trust that being, which is kind of taking me back to this energy of like, we don't know if we can trust each other, but we're trying to. We're trying to have faith, but we don't know if we can trust each other. So it's quite interesting. Maybe you have Arcturian beings around you as spirit guides, as angels to you. I know that sounds weird, but like angels or spirit guides. Okay, we have, maybe it was your spirit guide coming to me last night. We have the blue flame with spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. We have messenger with serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. We have star ancestors with hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. Some of you could have past lives in Egypt or Arcturus even. Trust the timing, trust the wave you came on in, time is not running out. So with time is not running out, they try to tell themselves time's not running out when it comes to your relationship, because like I said, they really want to take their time. But some of you may feel, or they think you may feel, as though they don't truly long to be with you because they're taking too much time. So they fear that you might walk away because they're taking too long to kind of like have whatever this is. I'm not sure how to explain it exactly because I think it's different for all of you, but something about taking too much time in your connection. So that could be, for example, some of you, maybe this person wants to have like a few years of being in a relationship with you before you get married, or whatever it is, it's just like taking too much time. Or for some of you, if this person has already broken up with you, they're scared that they come back too late. Something about that's coming through. Okay, with hidden secrets over the faith card, this is very telling of what I just said. With look a little deeper, it's like we're trying to investigate something that's not even real or not even there. Um, it's like, how do I explain this energy except paranoia? So Spirit is giving an example of, when you have a coat like kind of like around your room and it's at night and you're about to go to bed, and then it kind of looks like a person from far, but then you switch on the light and you realize it was just your coat. It's like this person has a very big imagination, and sometimes This person has a very big imagination, and sometimes that imagination leads them to thinking of the worst case scenarios that are not even true or happening right now. And I think this is a protection method they unconsciously use, their brain unconsciously uses to protect them. So sometimes our fears become so loud and irrational in our mind because maybe it's happened to us before and our mind is trying to protect us by trying to look for hidden signs or, hidden things that might not even be there to not get hurt. Do you get what I mean? So I do see that. They're afraid of this kind of being the reason you two fall apart, like them constantly being paranoid in your relationship and you constantly telling them, there's nothing to worry about. Where maybe you get tired of doing that. They're also afraid of you two just having bad communication together and like you two just cussing each other out, becoming very angry with each other, and it no longer being a harmonious connection. Maybe you even saying words to them that would break their heart and make them sad or angry. Which I don't know if you would do that. I don't think you would, but this is what they're afraid of in terms of losing you. And they're afraid that they won't be able to heal after this, or that they do heal, but then they still feel like a piece of them is missing without you. Like they lost a part of themselves with you. They're afraid of feeling that in the future. So I think with them, it's more so being afraid of things that could happen in the breakup or things that they would be afraid to feel, um, if that makes sense. I think with this reading, there was less reasons of like, I'm scared to lose you because of this and this and this, but I'm scared it happens this way, if that makes sense. So I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.